Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm Coach David. Hope you're doing great today. Hope that your life is everything that you want it to be and that your life is moving in the right direction. I'm happy that you have chosen to be with me today in order that I can share some things with you that I believe will take you to the next level, that will inspire you, and that will help you grow and develop and be everything that you desire to be. It is truly a honor and a privilege for me to spend time with you to share these things with you. So let's jump into it and get started. Give somebody a shout out and let them know that Coach David is on and he's going to impart to us something that's going to help make us better, that's going to inspire us on this time that we share together. Listen, I got a good one for you on today. I'm going to be talking about deck the halls, not people. Hold on one second. There we go. Deck the halls, not people. So what I'm going to be sharing with you on today, I'm going to share with you how to master the mentals of this holiday season. That's right. This holiday season where, you're supposed to be decking the halls and having all the joy and fa la 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 and everything. But instead, we find ourselves a lot of times wanting to deck people because of just situations and circumstances, because of the stress of it all. Now, listen to this and listen closely. Most holiday stress doesn't come from what happens. It comes from what we expect to happen. I'm going to say that again. It doesn't come from what happens. All the stress and the strain, it comes from what we expect to happen. The holidays don't break people down. It doesn't break you and I. What happens is our unrealistic expectations, they begin to break us down. They begin to wear us down. And when that happens, that creates the real stress. So our unrealistic expectations can take us to a place that we really don't want to go. And I'm going to try to make this lighthearted and fun, but at the same time, I want you to understand that if we allow unrealistic expectations to get engaged and get involved with our holidays, it can just mess us up. Because the stress comes on. And then when the stress comes on, that's when we want to deck people and not deck the halls. So I want to help you with that. So let me give you some of the unrealistic expectations we have. Okay. Let's just say, for instance, on Christmas morning, we want everything to just be perfect. We got the tree, we got the gifts, we got everything looking good. We're looking for those perfect moments. We've gone out, we've shopped for perfect gifts, and we are just expecting everybody to be jubilant and happy and full of joy. It's the Christmas season. But your children get up on the wrong side of the bed and they're a little grumpy. What does that do? You're thinking like, look, I've done all of this stuff. I've been Santa Claus. I've done everything that I know to do. And you're going to wake up today grumpy? Look, okay, you're really pushing me there. But that was an unrealistic expectation. Of course, you want your children to wake up happy every day, but sometimes your children wake up grumpy. And if Christmas morning happens to be one of those times, that can bring about stress. Here's another one. You're inviting the family over for Christmas dinner. You got the turkey, you got the ham, you got the deviled eggs, you got everything working and going and everything. And we're all sitting down at dinner and we're going to partake and we're going to have a joyous time together and everything. And then the conversation of politics come up over the dinner table. And in that, now here comes the stress. Here comes the argument. Here comes, my goodness, why in the world? So what we were looking for that perfect, we just had this expectation of, all the joy and sitting there and eating together and having great conversation and everything. But instead, an argument has broken out over the Christmas dinner because, it's just one of those things. It's an awkward conversation, And so when those awkward conversations come up, people are being people, and what was supposed to be a great dinner, now it just feels a little awkward. It feels a little off. So, once again, we had an unrealistic expectation that, hey, this dinner, I spent a lot of time cooking this food and preparing it and setting up the place settings and all that kind of stuff. And in the process of that, you're going to start talking about politics and ruin my Christmas dinner. Now I got indigestion because I had to listen to this. Oh my goodness. I can remember times in my very own family when we would get together for Christmas dinner. And normally it was at my mom's house. And then people would begin to just talk about all their ailments and their illnesses and who died and all this. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This is not what Christmas dinner is supposed to be about. We're supposed to be happy that we're here, that we're having a good time. So, but things happen. That's just it. The unrealistic expectations that we have create stress in our life, and it creates real stress. I can remember from those dinners being like, okay, I'm not staying here for all of this. And I really enjoyed that time. I mean, my mom could cook, but when you put that into it, here we go. Then I had this time, I'm going to share something with you that's funny. I had a particular aunt and uncle that drank real heavily. And my aunt, she would always want to kiss you when she came over. That's what families do. They want to kiss you and everything like that. But she smelled of alcohol and her lips were always, no, I don't want you to kiss me and everything. Unrealistic expectations, thinking that everything is going to be good. Everybody's going to be happy. All of these great and wonderful things are going to happen. But then we have these unrealistic expectations that have a tendency to pull us off. So what we have to understand is this right here. The gap between our expectations and reality, that's where the stress, the frustration, the disappointment comes in during this Christmas season, and it causes you not to want to deck any halls. You want to deck some people. So you've got to get control of your mentals during this Christmas season. I know what it's like. I don't like shopping during the Christmas season because everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's in a rush. You got people looking at this and looking at that. And you got people standing there just taking up space and everything. I understand it. I've been there before. My point is this right here. Instead of getting frustrated, instead of getting stressed out, instead of having unrealistic expectations, we have to do something to ensure that we master our mentals, that we stay focused on the things that are important, that we control the things that we can control in order that we can have a joyous holiday system. And I mean, that's the thing about it. It's supposed to be this season of joy, but instead it turns into a season of stress. Now, if you have an unrealistic expectation that you're going to feel joyous all the time and joyful all the time, but instead, you got this feeling of being tired. Look, I cook, I clean, and now I got to entertain. Come on now. So when all of these things come at us, if we're not careful, it will put us in a situation of where we can't master the mentals of the holidays. And then, like I said, we become stressed, we become frustrated, we become overworked, we become overwhelmed. And then that's where the problem comes in. So here's what Coach Dave is going to do for you today. Coach Dave is going to give you some mental performance mastery solutions in order that you can go through this holiday season joyful, that you can go through this holiday season full of love and joy and enjoy the moments of the time that you have to share. So here's what we're going to do. Number one, we're going to have an expectation reset. Now, what does that mean? Well, this season, this dinner, this gift shopping, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it can be meaningful. What do you mean by that? The dinner wasn't perfect. Somebody was late. An argument happened. But guess what? It's still meaningful because people showed up, they spent time together, and they created some memories. And when you do that, now what you're doing, I'd like to talk about this. You're reframing that event so that you don't have this negative mindset, this negative memory going with it. You can say, hey, you know what? Yep, there was a political argument kind of came out in this situation. But guess what? The family was together. We shared time together. We created some memories together. Although all the memories weren't great, that's okay. We still did it. My expectation is this right here. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for meaningful. That's what I'm looking for. And when I look for meaningful over perfection, then I can relieve a lot of stress out of my life, because I recognize this right here, that I'm dealing with people that are human beings, that they have their own thoughts, their own ideas, their own way of dealing with things. And just because it doesn't fit into my little picture frame, that's okay. I'm all right with that. You know why? Because I understand this, that I put my best energy forward to give them the best that I could give them. Now, that's key. That's very key to you understanding how to have this mental performance mastery solution working. So you're going to have an expectation reset. That's the first thing you're going to do. The next thing that I will share with you that I believe will help you tremendously is a process focus. What do you mean? Well, many times what we're doing, we're looking at the outcome instead of looking at the process. What do you mean? Judge the day by the efforts and the moments, not perfection. What do you mean? Well, remember, anything that you do is going to require a certain amount of effort. So when I look at it and I say, look, I put forth my best effort to make this day the best it could be in order that I could bring this family together, in order that I could bring my children together, in order that we could have a joyous day, I put forth my best effort. And because of that, there are some moments in there that we had a great day. It was awesome. My kids, after they got over their grumpiness and they woke up, everything came together. So if you don't look at the outcome, but you look at the process that you go through, that is what does it. Your best effort, not perfection, makes it meaningful. I'm going to say that again. Your best effort, not perfection, makes it meaningful. So when you know that you're putting forth your best effort, you can relax. You can relax into that, saying, you know what? I gave it everything I got. And yeah, we had a little difference of opinion over dinner. So what? We're going to still love each other and move on, and that is the way it is. So you have to understand, one, an expectation reset, and then a process focus, not outcome focus. Here's the final one that I want to give you. You've got to have, I already said it, the mental reframe. What do you mean? Well, you got to start reframing some things. And when you reframe, remember what I shared with you? If you take a picture out of one frame and put it in a much nicer frame, the picture is different. So what you want to do, take it from where it is right now, this whole thing with the holidays, and reframe it, put it in a much nicer frame. Instead of saying this should be better than this and this should have happened and I shouldn't have burnt the cookies and all this other kind of stuff. How about this? It is what it is, and I can handle what it is. My principal's on her desk, she has a little sign, and I read it every time I go in there, and she always says it is what it is. Well, I added this right here. It is what it is, and I can handle what it is. And so when I understand that, hey, these things are a normal way of life, they happen, but it is what it is. But that's okay, because I'm designed to handle it. Why? Because I understand this right here. That look, I reframe all of this. My family spent time together. Even though we had some differences of opinion, you're always going to have that. If you're looking for perfection, you're never going to find it, because something inevitably always goes wrong. But you got to reframe it. That's okay. All right, that's okay. I burnt the rolls. Okay, so the rolls were 5 minutes late when the dinner was on the table because I burnt the first batch. But thank God I had another set of rolls that I could put on the pan, cook, and move forward. I reframed that. It is what it is. Burnt rolls is what it is. But guess what? It is what it is. They are burnt. But guess what? I can handle it. Why? Because I got more rolls. Or if I don't have rolls, okay, this is going to be one Christmas dinner that we're going to eat together, and we're not going to have no rolls. I don't think that's going to really hurt the dinner, because when you have that mindset that everything is working together for good, when you come into this knowing like, hey, it's not perfect, I'm not looking for perfection, but what I am looking for is for it to be a meaningful event, then everything works together. Mental mastery doesn't make your holidays perfect, but it prepares you for whatever may show up. So if you know that and you're prepared, you understand that guess what? I'm not going to be decking people. I'm definitely going to deck the halls, because I have mastered the mentals of the holidays and I am well prepared. I hope this helps you on today as you go into this holiday season. I mean, I look and we're exactly about 10 days away from Christmas Day. And with that being said, I know that you're going to have a great Christmas. Why? Because you're going to master the mentals. Things are going to come up. You're going to be able to handle them. And you know what? You're going to be prepared for whatever it may be. If you go in with that mindset, your life, your Christmas, your holiday, your family is going to be tremendously better. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope that you enjoy it as you go through this season. And I'll see you on next week. I'll be back. And remember this right here. You are the architect of your life. Don't let me see you out there decking any people. You just continue to deck the halls because you've mastered the mentals. I'm Coach David, and I believe in you. I'll see you next week. You have a great one. Bye.